My name is Alex Young. I'm a pop EDM artist, and I've always had a passion for music. It's seriously what I wanted to do since before I can remember. And I just love performance, I love entertainment, I love dance, and so I knew I just wanted to get into that world, that whole entertainment world. So anything I could do from a really young age, I was involved in a lot of different programs, and it's kind of taken me to now where I'm doing what I love and doing a lot of different projects at the same time, actually, that all involve music, entertainment, and just the performing arts as a whole. So it's been really fun so far.
Pack up all my care and woe. Here I go, swinging low. Bye, bye, blackbird.
Jazz is always something I've listened to growing up, and I've always really had a love for it. And I really love everything about it, especially jazz vocalists, female jazz vocalists.
Bye, blackbird.
So for my pop EDM show, I put together a projection, which I'm really excited about because I love putting a visual to music. And so I kind of picked which visuals I thought went best with what was going on musically. And I think we've come up with something really exciting and fun, and I especially love that it adds an extra dynamic to the show that's going on, because I'm always really attracted to images and, you know, scenes and visuals in general. So I was really excited that now I can have that along with my show. So it just adds another flourish. You know, if you've been following me for years, you know the grit behind the polish, as I like to say, and just what goes in every day, you know, at the rehearsal, this awesome rehearsal space we're in right now. This is like, you know, weekly thing, all of the hours that go in behind all of this. The thing that I love most about music is that interconnectedness that it has, that it's universal, and I may go to India and not understand the language or the customs or various other things, but I will always understand how music makes me feel. And I think that that never changes. No matter where in the world you are, it always hits on a certain emotion that makes people feel the same way. And I think that that really just talks to the humanity of everything and the oneness and how music really transcends all of that.
Where somebody waits for me, sugar is sweet, so is he. Bye, bye, blackbird.
You know, writers, journalists characterize New York as a person. They kind of like personify it, which is, I think, really apt, and it makes a lot of sense to me because it kind of does act like another person in your life, and it takes on that role. You know, it can be really tough on you sometimes. It can like make things really easy and smooth. It can like bring beauty, or it can like show you like the really ugly, like dirty grit. And I think those are all really interesting characteristics and an interesting dynamic to have in a relationship with anybody. So, and I appreciate that now more than I did. You know, it has like a hardness, it has a toughness to it, and it has determination, individuality. There's also this complete like free-flowing creativity, no holds barred, no boundaries, just making your own rules, playing by your own rules, you know, in your own game and like a larger game. So I think it's obviously not for everybody, and it took me a while to get used to it, but now I love it. I really don't see myself anywhere else.
If you were to give New York a genre of music, what genre of music would New York be?
You know, to me, it would be like hip hop and like really out there jazz at the same time. Like it would switch off one track, like serious hip hop, and then one track, like some like crazy Miles Davis. That's kind of like how I see the city. But it's constantly changing, which is the cool thing. And depending on what neighborhood you're in, some people I'm sure would say like, oh no, it's Led Zeppelin all the way. But from my perspective, just how I've experienced it, I see like early 90s hip hop and jazz. I don't know, it's just coming to me.
So I've heard your style and your brand, I guess, defined as elegance with edge. So how do you describe elegance and edginess?
I think that, yeah, I would describe my style as that. Elegance to me is just a way of carrying yourself. It's something that's always just been a part of who I am, so I always want to incorporate that, things that you don't think you'll be able to kind of shift. So just I look back to the 1920s, to people like Audrey Hepburn, some of the old Hollywood stars, that sense of like old world mentality that I have a little bit of, but I wanted to keep it really current and new because I live in New York, everything is changing, and I always do want to be on the cutting edge of what's next. So that's kind of where the edginess comes in, and I wanted to put them together so they make sense. I feel that I can just start singing jazz and it just comes very naturally, it's true. And pop, I had a love for, at that like pre-teen age. So they're both really close to my heart. It's hard to kind of pick a favorite, but I certainly love both of them. And jazz definitely does seem very natural when I'm singing it. And it's very genuine. It's really coming from, how I've listened to it and how I perceive it and how I want to share it. So I really think that balance is probably the most important thing for me. To me, that's what life is about, just getting to that next goal that you set for yourself and accomplishing it, and then just setting your sights higher, making sure that you're developing as a person and in your artistry. So that would be like the goal for me, I think. I've always been completely infatuated with music and performance and entertainment, and I've always known where I wanted to take it on a personal level, and just the whole scene that surrounds me in that general idea of music and performance. So my goal would be to keep progressing, keep evolving as an artist, and keep expanding my knowledge of music and performance and art, and try to combine all of them as best I can to create the most interesting, invigorating experience that I think I would like to see. That's quite a feat, but you have your whole life, and that's what I'm excited about.